Sophia, I really liked how maturely the film really handles relationships, even though we see several relationships not work out. Nobody's kind of portrayed as like a one-dimensional villain. They're all just human and trying to, get through life and find their way through it. What did you like most about how the film handled its relationships?
I thought that it was beautifully refreshing that the most important relationship was between Alex and her mother, and it wasn't the romantic relationships. But when it came to the romantic relationships, what you said is pretty spot on. I think Adam crafted them in such a thoughtful way that no one really was the villain. Garrett never really was the villain. He just wasn't the right guy for Alex, but it was part of the journey that she had to embark on. And then the relationship between Alex and Brad is just so precious because you find this kind of goofy friendship blossom into this really beautiful and stable and safe love. And then when you realize that Elizabeth had planned that all along, it just hits even more profoundly.
Yeah, Connie, your character's kind of playing like 4D chess with how she has this all planned out.
I know. I definitely did a lot of thinking, like, how does she know? How is she so prescient? It's amazing.
But I think mothers know.
Yeah. Well, you hope.
You hope.
As a mom, I'm like, I hope I could know. Sorry, what were you asking?
Connie, I was going to ask, your character passes away early in the film, but those early moments between you and Sophia are so powerful because you truly see that bond and they really make you invested in that relationship. How is it working with Sophia to make sure those early moments really mattered because you're not going to be, physically around besides the videotapes for the rest of the film?
Well, I mean, that I really attribute a lot of that to Sophia and also to Adam, our director, because
she's being generous.
No, I mean, it was really an environment where there was so much open-heartedness and availability to like really the relationships were the most important part of the movie. And we knew that we weren't going to have a lot of time. Much like in the movie, but we really made the most of the time that we had, and we had really great conversations with each other about, I learned about Sophia's mom, and she learned about me with my son, and we made the most of it. But Sophia is an incredibly passionate, but also very generous and open actress, and so it made it it was so fun and juicy. It was great.
It's wonderful. And Sophia, you got to live out one of my dreams in this film. You got to play basketball
with Patrick Ewing.
Yeah. How was that? Like that's surreal. That's so cool.
Surreal. And of all the people in the world to get to do that, and it being me is even more surreal because I have 2 left feet when it comes to sports. I have never played basketball in my life, so I think I was maybe the most nervous for that scene in the movie because I had to play basketball with Patrick. I had a basketball coach. Patrick coached me through the scene, and when I made it in the basket, it was like genuine euphoria and I think profound relief. But it was really special.
That's awesome. And Connie, my last question, just a little fun one here. If you were making a life list, because I love this idea, what would be one item that's on your life list?
Well, let's see. I mean, there are a few that I can remember from childhood that there's one that I have still not accomplished, which was on my list in childhood, which was I wanted to be an archaeologist, and I really wanted to visit the Egyptian pyramids. I have not done that yet, so I would put that on my list today. I also really wish I could surf.
Let's get you out there.
I really wish I could surf, but
you would be so badass.
I would be so bad.
I'd be terrible.
Bad.
Terrible.
But gosh, that would be cool if I could surf.
It would be cool. It'd be a cool feeling.